You've heard about the Bermuda Triangle, but did you know there's an island at its heart with pink beaches, no McDonald's, and a ban on owning cars? Welcome to Bermuda, one of the richest, strangest, and most exclusive places on Earth. Quick note before we begin. Bermuda is a small and somewhat underdocumented island, so I wasn't able to gather as much original footage as I'd hoped. To bring its story to life, I've used related visuals and symbolic clips that reflect the island's atmosphere and charm. I hope you enjoy this journey as much as I enjoyed researching this fascinating destination. Bermuda has no McDonald's. Most people assume every modern place has at least one McDonald's, but not Bermuda. In fact, the island passed a law banning foreign fast food franchises back in the 1990s. This move wasn't just cultural, it was political. Locals wanted to protect their own culinary heritage, small businesses, and the laid-back island lifestyle. As a result, no McDonald's, no Burger King, no KFC, just locally owned restaurants and one quirky, homegrown fast food joint. The only exception was a single KFC location in Hamilton, built before the ban and grandfathered in. Tourists are often surprised. Some even try Googling directions to McDonald's before realizing it doesn't exist. But for Bermudians, it's a point of pride. In their eyes, keeping the island free from global fast food is what helps it stay authentically Bermudian. The island uses rain as its main water source. Bermuda has no rivers, no lakes, and no freshwater springs, yet nobody runs out of water. How? The answer lies above your head. Every rooftop in Bermuda is built from white limestone tiles, sloped to catch and funnel rainwater. This ingenious system turns homes into mini water factories. The rain is collected, filtered, and stored in underground tanks beneath each building. It's not just clever, it's required by law. Every property must have its own rainwater catchment system, and most Bermudians grow up learning how to conserve and manage their supply. Even hotels and schools follow the same principle. Thanks to this, Bermuda has one of the most self-sufficient water systems in the world. Sustainable, local, and shockingly effective. In a place where every drop counts, rain isn't just weather, it's survival. Bermuda's Triangle mystery isn't just a legend, it's part of local identity. The Bermuda Triangle has inspired more conspiracy theories, books, and documentaries than any other patch of ocean. Stretching between Miami, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda, this mysterious zone is blamed for the unexplained disappearances of ships and aircraft. But here's the twist. Locals don't fear it. They embrace it. In fact, the triangle has become a symbol of the island's mystique and allure. You'll find it on t-shirts, postcards, and even themed cocktails in Hamilton bars. Tour companies offer Bermuda Triangle cruises, playing into the legend while safely navigating its waters. Scientists attribute the myth to unpredictable weather, shallow reefs, and magnetic anomalies. But that hasn't stopped the stories. For Bermudians, the Triangle is more than a myth. It's a marketing tool, a cultural touchstone, and a reminder that mystery sells. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to live at the center of one of the world's most famous unsolved puzzles? Public transportation here is a must, even for tourists. In Bermuda, renting a regular car as a visitor is completely off the table. The government strictly limits car ownership to residents, and even they're only allowed one car per household. This unusual policy keeps traffic light, air pollution low, and roads safer, especially since the island's roads are narrow and winding. So how do you get around? Visitors rely on a well-organized network of pink public buses, scenic ferries, and electric mini-cars. Mopeds and scooters are also hugely popular, giving tourists a fun way to explore the island's lush coastline. It's all part of Bermuda's push for sustainability and controlled tourism. The absence of tourist traffic jams is noticeable, and honestly, kind of refreshing. In a world obsessed with convenience, Bermuda's transport system reminds you that slowing down can actually improve the journey. Bermuda's GDP per capita is among the highest in the world. Don't let the island vibes fool you. Bermuda isn't just beautiful, it's incredibly wealthy. Thanks to its world-renowned insurance, reinsurance, and offshore finance industries, Bermuda consistently ranks among the top countries globally in GDP per capita. Its financial services sector contributes the lion's share of national income, far outpacing tourism. Major multinational companies, especially from the United States and Europe, choose Bermuda for its business-friendly regulations and tax-neutral status. There's no corporate income tax, no capital gains tax, and no VAT. As a result, the island has attracted billions in global assets and investment. This wealth trickles into daily life. Public infrastructure is polished, healthcare is high-end, and education is well-funded. Yet the cost of living is steep, making this paradise both exclusive and economically elite. Bermuda might look like a postcard, but behind the palm trees is one of the most sophisticated economies on the planet. The national currency is the Bermudian dollar, but the US dollar is accepted everywhere. Bermuda has its own currency, the Bermudian dollar, but you'll rarely need to exchange your money if you're carrying US dollars. That's because the two currencies are pegged at a 1-to-1 rate, and both are accepted interchangeably across the island. Restaurants, shops, and hotels will gladly take US bills, though you might receive change in Bermudian coins. The local notes are beautifully designed, featuring vibrant imagery of island wildlife and landmarks. They're almost collectible. Credit cards are widely used too, especially in more urban areas like Hamilton. This dual currency system makes visiting Bermuda incredibly easy for Americans. There's no mental math, no hidden fees, and zero hassle when it comes to payments. It's just another way the island blends luxury with convenience. When your money works seamlessly in paradise, it's one less thing to worry about. Pink beaches? Totally real. Bermuda's beaches aren't photoshopped. They genuinely glow with a soft pink hue. The magical color comes from microscopic marine organisms called foraminifera, which have reddish pink shells. When these tiny creatures die, their shells get crushed by the ocean and mix with white sand and coral fragments. The result? A blush-toned shoreline that looks like it belongs in a fantasy movie. Horseshoe Bay, perhaps the most famous example, draws thousands of tourists every year just to witness the surreal color in person. But pink sand can also be found in smaller, quieter spots like Warwick Long Bay and Elbow Beach. These beaches are not just visually stunning. They're also incredibly clean, warm, and ideal for swimming or snorkeling. The pink hue changes with the light of day, making sunrise and sunset visits especially breathtaking. In short, Bermuda's pink beaches are nature's way of showing off. Bermuda is technically not in the Caribbean. Although many people lump Bermuda in with Caribbean islands geographically, that's just not true. Bermuda is located in the North Atlantic Ocean, over 600 miles east of North Carolina, and almost 1,000 miles north of the Caribbean Sea. Its location gives it a unique climate, more temperate than tropical, with cooler winters and milder summers than most island paradises. The confusion likely stems from Bermuda's tropical aesthetics, turquoise waters, pastel buildings, and relaxed island culture. But the island is isolated. It's not part of any continental landmass or island chain. This geographic quirk gives Bermuda a blend of British, American, and West Indian influences, but no direct cultural ties to the Caribbean nations. It has its own government, currency, and identity, entirely separate from the Caribbean bloc. So next time someone calls it a Caribbean island, you'll know better. Bermuda is in a league and location of its own. The island has one of the world's smallest capitals. Hamilton, the capital of Bermuda, might surprise you. It's charming, colorful, and shockingly small. With a population of under 2,000 residents, it's more like a large village than a bustling capital city. Yet despite its size, Hamilton is the beating heart of Bermuda's economy, politics, and daily life. It's home to the island's parliament, Supreme Court, and the headquarters of major international financial firms. The city's streets are lined with pastel-colored colonial buildings, upscale boutiques, waterfront restaurants, and cozy pubs. Cruise ships dock right at the edge of the city, pouring visitors into its compact downtown in minutes. You won't find towering skyscrapers here. Bermuda limits building heights to preserve its low-rise charm. What Hamilton lacks in scale, it makes up for in elegance and efficiency. In this tiny capital, everything feels close, walkable, and perfectly curated, like the island itself. Bermudians take fashion seriously, especially the shorts. In Bermuda, shorts aren't just casual wear, they're formal attire. The iconic Bermuda shorts are tailored, knee-length, and typically worn with a dress shirt, tie, blazer, and long socks. It might sound like a beach outfit gone rogue, But this style is entirely legit, even in business meetings or government offices. The look dates back to British colonial times, when tropical heat demanded a cooler, local adaptation of formal wear. Today, it's a national fashion symbol and a point of pride. You'll see businessmen walking through Hamilton looking sharp and completely at ease in their official shorts and socks combo. It's a blend of tradition, practicality, and island cool that no other place has pulled off quite like Bermuda. Tourists often try to imitate the look, but locals always do it better. Here, fashion really does meet function, with a side of flair. You can't just move to Bermuda. Bermuda may seem like a dream destination, but living there long-term is far from simple. The island has no path to permanent residency or citizenship for most foreigners, even if you buy property or stay for years. Work permits are tightly regulated, and expats can only stay as long as their employment contracts allow. Buying a home? That's also restricted. Only high-value properties are available to non-Bermudians, and government approval is mandatory. Even owning a business on the island comes with serious limitations unless you're a Bermudian. These laws are designed to protect local jobs, housing, and national identity. As a result, Bermuda remains exclusive, a place to visit, but not necessarily to stay. It's part of what keeps the island quiet, orderly, and incredibly high value. In short, paradise here is invitation only. The island is volcanic, but don't worry, it's extinct. Bermuda wasn't always the pastel paradise it is today. Its origin story begins deep beneath the Atlantic Ocean. Around 30 to 35 million years ago, a volcanic hotspot pushed molten rock through the seafloor, creating the island's foundation. Over time, the volcano became dormant, and a thick layer of limestone, formed from coral, shells, and marine sediment, built up over the extinct cone. Today, the volcanic core still lies beneath the surface, but it poses no threat. Instead, it gives Bermuda its unique topography, dramatic cliffs, underground caves, and jagged coastlines. The island's famous crystal caves were carved out by acidic groundwater dissolving limestone, revealing a stunning underground world. Geologists are fascinated by Bermuda's formation because it's not part of a tectonic plate boundary. It's a rare mid-plate volcanic island. So while visitors enjoy the surface beauty, there's a powerful, ancient force lying quietly beneath their feet. In Bermuda, even the bedrock has a story to tell. Hurricanes often pass Bermuda, but rarely destroy it. Bermuda sits squarely in the path of many Atlantic hurricanes, yet the island usually escapes major damage. That's not luck. It's engineering, preparation, and experience. Bermudian homes are built like bunkers, using solid limestone blocks and specially designed hurricane-resistant roofs. Most buildings have shutters and watertight seals, and the government runs regular preparedness drills. The island's small size also works in its favor. Storms often pass quickly or just miss it entirely. In fact, many locals treat hurricanes with calm efficiency, having weathered dozens over their lifetimes. While power outages can happen, recovery is swift thanks to top-tier infrastructure and emergency services. Bermuda has become a model for hurricane resilience in island nations. When nature tests it, Bermuda bends, but doesn't break. There's no army, just vibes. Bermuda has no standing military force, and hasn't had one for decades. Defense and international security are the responsibility of the United Kingdom, as Bermuda is a British overseas territory. Instead of a national army, Bermuda relies on the Royal Bermuda Regiment, a small, well-trained volunteer unit that handles domestic emergencies, disaster response, and ceremonial duties. There are no tanks, no fighter jets, and no warplanes flying overhead. Crime is low, political stability is high, and people live without the shadow of militarization. For Bermudians, national pride isn't shown through weapons. It's expressed through community, culture, and resilience. The money saved on military spending is instead funneled into education, healthcare, and public infrastructure. In a chaotic world, Bermuda's soft power approach feels almost revolutionary. Peace, it turns out, is part of the national identity. Locals are among the happiest islanders in the world. Behind the pink sand and turquoise waters, Bermuda's true treasure might just be its people. Bermudians consistently report high levels of life satisfaction, thanks to a strong sense of community, safety, and economic stability. With one of the highest literacy rates in the world, access to quality education is a given. Healthcare is modern and widely available, and public services function efficiently. Crime is low. Neighbors know each other, and children often grow up surrounded by family and sunshine. There's a unique cultural blend of British formality and Caribbean warmth, wrapped in island charm. Festivals, cricket matches, beach barbecues, and Sunday family dinners are all part of the rhythm of daily life. Tourists notice it right away, that unforced friendliness, that smile that's not just for show. In Bermuda, happiness isn't something people chase, it's just how life flows. Living in paradise comes at a price, and it's a steep one. Bermuda is consistently ranked as one of the most expensive places to live in the world. Rent for a modest one-bedroom apartment in Hamilton can easily cost between $3,000 and $5,000 USD per month, while groceries are almost entirely imported, meaning $8 for a loaf of bread isn't unusual. Dining out regularly? Expect to spend at least $20 to $30 USD per basic meal, and significantly more for anything upscale. Utilities, internet, and transport also carry premium price tags. On the flip side, the island's healthcare system is private, well-equipped, and high quality, but it's also costly. Many expats and visitors rely on international insurance plans. Education is excellent, but private school tuition can rival that of top international institutions. Bermuda has no income tax, but indirect taxes and import duties make up for it, often subtly. So, while the quality of life is exceptional, this paradise comes with a platinum price tag. So, what do you think? Is Bermuda just another pretty island, or is it one of the most fascinating places on Earth? From pink beaches and volcanic origins to banned Big Macs and hurricane-proof homes, this little dot in the Atlantic punches way above its weight. It's exclusive, mysterious, and brilliantly designed. A blend of paradise and precision. And whether you're dreaming of visiting or just love learning about the world's hidden gems, Bermuda proves that small islands can hold massive surprises. If any of these facts blew your mind, drop a comment with your favorite, or share one we missed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next destination that'll rewrite everything you thought you knew. This was Andy Explores the World, and if Bermuda didn't make it onto your travel bucket list, it will now. See you in the next adventure. Until then, stay curious, stay bold, and keep exploring.